etc. I feel like the notion of it's a visual medium is starting to get blurred. And so now people aren't focusing on the visuals and they're focusing on maybe the dialogue.
Mm-hmm.
So is it right for me to think that that's the most important thing when this is what it's about?
I love this question. Right? Can I tell you one thing that drives me crazy?
Yeah.
Is every film school that you go to, they always teach cinematography. And they say this, it's a visual medium. It is a visual medium. But if you think about the history of cinema and how many great film directors were cinematographers, not very many, actually. If you think about in the history of cinema, how many great filmmakers are, and this is gonna sound self-aggrandizing, I don't mean it, it's gonna get a laugh. Yeah, I really mean this. Are actors, it's a lot. Woody Allen, Orson Welles, Spike Lee, Warren Beatty, Robert Redford, I mean, Charlie Chaplin, Buster Keaton, you know, understanding acting and directing are the same. They're an interpretive art. They're about taking great writing and sharing it. It's about saying, oh, to be or not to be, that's a great line. Let me explain to you why, right? That's what it's about. It's not about a picture, you know? And it bothers me that film schools don't teach acting. You know, that's what bothers me. And because they love cinematography, and I think cinematography is super easy to understand. It's two-dimensional. You can sit back behind the monitor. You don't have to get messy. You don't have to get in a fight with anybody. You don't have, I walk on the set all the time, and a lot of directors, they have this attitude like, is he gonna fuck up my shot list? So I thought your character would be walking over here, and I might say, why? Right? And they go, oh, God. I'm just asking why. It's just because your shot list says I'm curious why. And you know, I learned a lot from Denzel Washington. Denzel Washington's a logic police. That doesn't make sense. How many bullets are in my gun? Why would I do that? And the reason why he does it is not to screw with the director. It's to be in the mindset of the audience. Audiences are smart. How many times have you been in the movie and they go, why is she walking in there? Right? And you think, why did the actor not ask the director, I don't want to go in there. The boogeyman is in there, right? And audiences are smart. And so thinking like an actor, not being afraid of your actors, it's super controllable. I've seen so many directors, they love it when the actors are wrapped and they get to shoot close-ups of the water and they turn it like this, because it's all actors are messy and sloppy and they're people. And it's in there, they've got skin and they smell weird sometimes, and it's hard, you know? But you gotta be open. I got to watch Mike Nichols do one of these kinds of things, you know, before he passed. And he said that the only thing he was really proud of from his whole body of work were the things that he couldn't remember whose idea it was. It's the sparks of collaboration. So the answer to your question, the first question about what to cut and what to compromise, really think about who you're, and it is a collaborative medium. It is, you're right, it's writing, directing, acting, music, literature, it's costume design, it's art design. I can't tell you how often I've seen a scene screwed up by the wrong jacket. An actor's in the wrong jacket, you don't believe the scene. It's weird, and it's been really fun. My wife has really gotten interested in producing, so I've watched her learn, and she would just like, this scene doesn't work, what is it? And I'll be cutting it, and she'd just say to me, you know, Ethan, truthfully, she would never be wearing that jacket. And it undermines the whole thing. I'm like, damn it, she's right. And once it's that problem, the scene's gotta go. And that's a drag, because the writer in you put that scene in there for a reason. And now you gotta make it up some other way. And it's very complicated. The thing that I think separates Richard Linklater from other independent filmmakers is we've never had a scene on the editing room floor. When you only have $2 to make a movie, you don't have time to have anything on the editing room floor. So you gotta be surgical in here about what is a waste of your time. And if it's gonna, if you're making a big budget Hollywood movie, sure, you can go film things and make the movie in the editing room. You gotta be surgical up here. Rehearse, think, talk with your people, trust your collaborators. If they're telling you something's wrong, they're not trying to screw with you. There was a time when you really wanted them to join this project, right? And it's because you thought they were smart. So listen, and if you can't convince them, then maybe your idea is wrong, right? And you gotta be open to that.